So see, watch me do this. It's only 4 minutes. And see if you, and I've got them outlined afterwards, if you can identify the 6 different things that I'm talking about, and then the 3 psychological shifts in a buyer's mind. So here we go.
My fellow Americans, I'm often asked how at 72 sold we're able to sell homes in 72 hours or less for an average of 7.8% more than if home sellers sold the traditional way. Well, let me explain. You see, the 72 sold home selling program is modeled after what Apple did many years ago to develop lines of people in front of their stores. Apple was the first major retailer in the country to market its products, market its new iPhones before they were available to buy on the shelf. They built anticipation, they built excitement, and that's how they got lines of buyers in front of their stores. Those buyers didn't care how much they paid for an iPhone, they just wanted to make sure the iPhones didn't run out before they got to the front of the line. We have taken that brilliant Apple strategy and imported it into real estate. You see, at 72 sold, it starts with what we call our 72-hour weekend. The 72-hour weekend is a buildup. It is the culmination of 18 days of marketing, 18 days of getting buyers excited, 18 days of building anticipation, where we tell the buyers that we have our public unveiling on a Saturday, the first day of the 72 hours, and that's when they can see the home so that buyers see each other coming and going, which builds a competitive environment and creates urgency. So that's the first day of the 72 hours, typically on a Saturday, after an 18-day buildup of identifying buyers, building anticipation, and building excitement. Now, day 2 of the 72 hours, of course, is a Sunday. That's where we answer every buyer's question and negotiate them to their highest price. And on Monday, the last day of the 72 hours, we present you with every buyer's highest and best offer. Now, it gets even better. You see, sometimes the market is such that there aren't a bevy of buyers for every home. There's no line of buyers, and it might be a problem to hold a 72-hour launch, a Saturday launch, because there aren't enough buyers who would see each other coming and going to create a competitive environment. We have solved that problem. So in a medium market, in a softish market, what we do is during that 18 days, when we're identifying buyers, building excitement, building anticipation, buyers always ask us, is there any way I could see this home before the public unveiling, before all the other buyers? Because we talk about all the views, all the saves, all the buyers who we believe will show up at this public unveiling. So when we identify serious buyers, we call you, we set an appointment, we call it an opportunity showing. There's no sign in front of the property. We don't want the buyer to feel like your property's been offered to the public. We conduct these opportunity showings where buyers feel like they're the first buyer, the only buyer to see the home. And then if they like the home, we ask them, would you like us to just call the seller and see if by chance the seller would consider selling you their home before all the other buyers? Of course, buyers who like your home, they're thrilled. You see, what happens is instead of them feeling like they're doing you a favor by making an offer, they feel like you're doing them a favor by considering their offer. This is a way to create urgency, create a competitive environment in their mind that doesn't even exist. And what happens? Those buyers write higher offers. It gets even better. Because we've also figured out a way that when buyers write you those offers, when we present you those offers, we are many times able to tell you how much higher the buyer will pay you over the offer they made, so you don't leave a nickel on the table. The 72 sold home selling program leverages psychology, creates urgency, creates a competitive environment when a competitive environment doesn't even exist. We are the Harvard of how to sell homes at higher prices. We have been shown year after year, study after study, to get sellers thousands more for their home. In fact, the last study released in 2024, it found that 10,252 home sellers who used the 72 sold program walked away with a median price 7.8% more than other homes sold in their local MLS. If you would like to have your home sold by a real estate agent who has graduated from the Harvard of how to sell homes at higher prices, you owe it to yourself to interview your local neighborhood 72 sold agent.
Okay, so let's see if we can talk about what are the main points, and a few of you are in there